On January 1, 2026, New York City turned a new page. The city, always in motion, paused for a moment to witness history in the making. As the first rays of dawn stretched across the skyline, a sense of anticipation filled the air, hinting at the promise of transformation. As sunlight hit the skyline, hope swept across the boroughs. From the brownstones of Brooklyn to the bustling streets of Queens, people looked out their windows and felt something different. A quiet optimism, a belief that change was not only possible, but already underway. Zohran Mamdani, at 34, became our 112th mayor, a historic first, Muslim, South Asian, and African-born. His story is woven into the city's own, a tale of migration, resilience, and the pursuit of justice. For many, his victory was more than symbolic. It was a sign that New York's doors were truly open to all. His campaign wasn't just politics, it was a movement powered by everyday New Yorkers. Teachers, nurses, taxi drivers, and students all found a place in his vision. They knocked on doors, made phone calls, and shared their hopes for a city that listens to its people. The inauguration broke tradition, a private oath in the old City Hall subway station, symbolizing a promise to transit riders. In that quiet, echoing space beneath the city, Mamdani pledged to serve not just the powerful, but the millions who ride the trains every day, who keep New York moving. Later, Senator Bernie Sanders administered the public oath on City Hall's steps. The crowd stretched down Broadway, a sea of faces representing every corner of the city. Cheers erupted as Mamdani raised his hand, a moment that felt both historic and deeply personal for so many watching. The city celebrated with a 7-block street party, reflecting New York's energy and diversity. Food vendors, musicians, and dancers filled the streets, turning the inauguration into a festival of unity. For one day, strangers became neighbors, and the city's famous hustle softened into joy. Mamdani's rise seemed impossible a year before, following an administration marred by scandal and public distrust. Headlines had painted a city in crisis, and many wondered if hope could ever return to City Hall. But his grassroots campaign cut through cynicism. No big donors, just people power. Volunteers from every walk of life came together, united by a belief that their voices mattered. They organized block by block, building trust where it had been lost. Volunteers canvassed every neighborhood, sharing a vision for a fairer city. They listened to stories of struggle and hope and brought those stories back to the campaign, shaping policies that reflected real lives. His landslide win was the largest in 60 years, a clear demand for real change. The city's voice was unmistakable. New Yorkers wanted a government that worked for them, not just for the privileged few. New Yorkers were ready for a leader who would fight for them, not for insiders. The energy at rallies and in living rooms across the city was electric, as people dared to hope for a government that reflected their dreams. Mamdani's election is a message. New York is ready to build a just, equitable home for all. His coalition was as diverse as the city itself, united by a shared belief in dignity, fairness, and opportunity. His leadership marks a new day, one filled with possibility. The city wakes up with renewed purpose, ready to face challenges together and write the next chapter in its story. The city's future now belongs to its people. In every neighborhood, in every language, New Yorkers are stepping forward, determined to shape a city that truly belongs to everyone. Zohran Mamdani's journey is the quintessential New York story. Born in Uganda, he arrived in Queens at age 7, growing up in the world's most diverse borough. His immigrant experience shapes his vision. He knows what it means to fight for your place in this city. During his campaign, he declared, "New York is built, powered, and now led by immigrants." This was a promise to every family seeking a better life here. Mamdani is committed to making city services accessible, breaking language barriers, and protecting all New Yorkers. He's building a government that looks like the city it serves. At a time when immigrants are scapegoated, New York chose an immigrant to lead. His story proves the American dream is alive and inspires hope for a more inclusive future. Mamdani's leadership is a beacon for every outsider who dares to dream. Zohran Mamdani's campaign was defined by his bold opposition to Donald Trump's anti-immigrant agenda. He promised New York would be a firewall against hate and division. In his victory speech, he declared, "To get to any of us, you'll have to get through all of us." This was more than rhetoric. It was a call to unity and action. When federal cuts threatened healthcare and food assistance for millions, Mamdani fought back with real plans to protect New Yorkers. He challenged Trump directly, saying, If anyone can show a nation betrayed by Trump how to defeat him, it's the city that gave rise to him. His message: New York will not be intimidated. Mamdani's defiance inspired hope and solidarity across the city. He's leading the charge for a more just America. Economic justice is at the core of Mamdani's philosophy. He famously declared, "We shouldn't have billionaires," sparking national debate. For him, extreme wealth in a city of poverty is morally wrong. His agenda: raise taxes on the wealthiest to fund universal childcare and affordable housing. It's not about punishing success. It's about fairness and opportunity for all. Mamdani challenges us. Do we accept a city of empty penthouses and crowded shelters? He's fighting for an economy that works for everyone, not just the rich. Mamdani's authenticity and wit set him apart from typical politicians. In a world where political speeches often sound rehearsed and calculated, his natural charm and quick humor felt like a breath of fresh air. People noticed that he didn't just stick to talking points. He brought his real self to every interaction, making politics feel less distant and more personal. His viral moments, like replying "it's pronounced cyclist" to a heckler, showed his quick thinking and confidence. These weren't just clever comebacks. They were moments that revealed his ability to stay calm under pressure and turn awkward situations into opportunities for connection. When mocked for eating a burrito with a fork on the subway, he joked online, turning ridicule into connection. Instead of shying away, he leaned in, using humor to show he didn't take himself too seriously. This playful response made people feel like he was approachable and down to earth. These moments weren't just funny. They made him relatable and real. People saw themselves in his reactions, and it broke down the usual wall between politicians and the public. His humor cut through political noise, especially with young voters. In an age where memes and viral clips shape opinions, Mamdani's wit made him stand out in crowded social feeds, sparking conversations and laughter. Mamdani's ability to laugh at himself built trust and broke down barriers. People felt like they could approach him, ask questions, and even poke fun, knowing he'd respond with a smile. He wasn't just another politician, he was one of us. Whether on the subway or at a street corner, he blended into the city's daily rhythm, making politics feel accessible. These viral moments fueled his movement, making politics accessible and human. They inspired people to get involved, share his message, and believe that their voices mattered. His blend of seriousness and levity is one of his greatest strengths. He could tackle tough issues with a smile, making even the most complex debates feel inviting. He proved leadership doesn't mean losing your personality. In fact, his personality became his superpower, drawing people in and making them feel seen. Mamdani's style made people believe change was possible and fun. His campaign events felt more like community gatherings than political rallies, filled with energy and hope. He connected with New Yorkers in a way few leaders ever have. His humor, humility, and openness made him a true representative of the city's spirit. That's how you build a movement, by making people feel like they belong, and by showing that politics can be both meaningful and joyful. Mamdani's vision is backed by bold, concrete policies. He's tackling the affordability crisis head-on, freezing rents on nearly 1 million apartments and building 200,000 new affordable homes. His plan isn't about quick fixes, it's about lasting change. He's making childcare free and high quality for every New York family, giving parents real support. On transit, he's pushing to eliminate bus fares, making the city more accessible for all. These aren't incremental tweaks, they're transformative ideas. Mamdani is challenging real estate interests and putting working families first. His policies aim to make New York a city where everyone can thrive. He's proving that big, bold ideas can become reality. This is a blueprint for a city that works for everyone. Mamdani's agenda is about building a future, not managing decline. Becoming mayor was just the beginning. Now Mamdani faces powerful opposition. In Albany, his plans to tax the wealthy and fund city programs face resistance from state leaders, including Governor Hochul. Free city buses and other bold ideas require tough negotiations and grassroots pressure. In Washington, Trump's administration is slashing social programs and withholding crucial transit funding. 1.5 million New Yorkers risk losing health insurance. Billions are cut from city budgets. Despite this, Mamdani remains determined and creative. He's mobilizing the movement that elected him to push back against state and federal roadblocks. He knows he can't count on partnership from hostile leaders. His success depends on resilience, resourcefulness, and people power. The fight is daunting, but Mamdani is undaunted. He's ready to defend New York's future. Mamdani's campaign faced relentless racism and Islamophobia. From the very beginning, he was met with suspicion and outright hostility, not just from political opponents, but also from some members of the public who were wary of his background and beliefs. Opponents tried to weaponize his identity, using his faith and heritage as tools to sow fear and division. But Mamdani refused to hide or apologize for who he was, standing firm in the face of adversity. He declared with unwavering confidence, "I am young, I am Muslim, I am a democratic socialist. These are not things to be ashamed of, but sources of strength and pride. And I refuse to apologize for any of this." His words resonated with many who had also felt marginalized or misunderstood. His courage inspired others to embrace their identities, sparking a movement of solidarity and hope among people from all walks of life. His victory was more than just a personal achievement. It was a powerful rejection of hate and a message that Islamophobia and bigotry have no place in New York. At his inauguration, he took the oath on multiple Qurans, honoring both his heritage and the city's incredible diversity. It was a moment that symbolized unity and respect for all faiths. Mamdani led with integrity and hope, not anger. He listened to his community, built bridges, and worked to uplift those who had been ignored for too long. He proved you can win by staying true to yourself, and that authenticity is a powerful force in politics. His journey is a lesson for us all. Love and unity are stronger than hate, and when we come together, we can overcome even the deepest divisions. By embracing who he is, Mamdani overcame the ugliest attacks and showed that resilience and self-acceptance can defeat prejudice. He showed New York, and the nation, what real leadership looks like: courageous, compassionate, and unafraid to stand up for what's right. His story is a call to stand proud, no matter the obstacles. Hope triumphed over hate, and his example continues to inspire countless others to believe in a better, more inclusive future. Mamdani's victory signals a national shift. His leadership is a blueprint for a new, just politics, one led by and for working people. He's fighting for housing, healthcare, and opportunity as basic rights. These aren't radical ideas, they're common sense for a fair society. By making them real in New York, he's showing the nation what's possible. Mamdani's story is especially powerful in a time of division and fear. He's building a multiracial working-class coalition for the common good. His presence in City Hall rebukes intolerance and inspires hope. Change is coming, and it's powered by the people. Mamdani's journey is just beginning, but it's already lighting the way for a new generation of leaders.